With just 4 days left to pick the next president, voters lined up today outside the Douglas County Election Commission.
We are seeing high voter turnout despite some of the least popular presidential candidates in American history. Reporter Joe Cadot is live with the very latest tonight. Joe?
The long lines surprised voters who thought coming out early would help them avoid the election day wait. High voter turnout for this election starts early for some of the least liked presidential candidates in American history. Every person I spoke with at the Douglas County Election Commission wanted to vote today to avoid election day lines. While many are surprised by the turnout, George Garrett Jr. says it is a reflection of how important the election is.
For some reason, this particular presidential election has split a lot of people emotionally, racially, and otherwise, so it's gonna have an effect upon who comes in there.
Garrett Jr., who is a Clinton supporter, says he believes the sheer importance of this election is drawing people to the polls despite historically low favorability for both presidential candidates.
This will be a pivotal direction to our country. We need, I feel, somebody in there that I think would have a balance to make sure that we're continuing to be the great country that we already are.
While Dana Engel, a Trump supporter, is surprised by the long lines, she understands why so many people are voting this year.
I think it's going to be huge, and it just depends on who gets elected. It's going to be pretty monumental in what's going to happen in the future.
Clinton supporter Saf Khan says it's refreshing to see strong voter turnout.
The more people that come out and vote obviously shows that they care about what happens in the country, which is important.
Across the street from the Election Commission, Scott Root stands behind support for Donald Trump and congressional candidate Don Bacon. Root is the father of Sarah Root, who was killed in January in a car crash by Eswin Mejia, an illegal immigrant who was driving drunk. Root was the only voter I spoke with today who isn't surprised by the long lines.
They're tired of the same old stuff, regardless of your affiliation on the federal level, on your president level, they don't want the same old. People, I think, can read between the lines.
Voter turnout in Douglas County is expected to be 70%, with 73% turnout expected in Sarpy County. Reporting live, Joe Cadot, KMTV Action 3 News.